We recently got a chance to talk with the people behind the scenes of Tiberium, which means to you faithful viewers, go the spoils.
Tiberium is a science fiction first-person shooter where squad control is a big part of the game. So your arsenal of weapons includes a transforming weapon we call the GD-10, but you also have squads of infantry, missile teams, aircraft in the form of Orca, close air support craft, and Titan walkers, which are big armored units. And those are also weapons at your disposal. It's set in the Tiberium universe, which is inspired by the original Command & Conquer game. What we're doing with it is really taking players into the heart of that Tiberium mythology. It's a world that's been transformed by the discovery of this powerful resource called Tiberium. It's an alien material, it spreads like cancer, it's radioactive, and it's really become the new oil. It's divided the planet, and that's really the source of the conflict in the Tiberium universe. And we're going to put players in the role of Ricardo Vega, who's a forward battle commander.
He's basically a man on the mission to solve the riddle of the last tower.
But what sets Tiberium apart from other games?
So one of the things that's really unique about Tiberium is you can take multi-squad combat into multiplayer. So, it's not just you and against a bunch of players, it's you against players and their squads, and their Titan mechs, and their Orcas, and their missile teams, and so forth, and you're doing the same thing. And so it really changes the landscape a little bit when every player also has these NPCs under their control.
They also went to great lengths to create a distinct sound for the game.
The audio design for Tiberium is really based on the idea of it being epic sci-fi. We've wanted to create a world that was different but deep, something that had signature sound and style to it, so when you heard them out of context, you would go, oh, that's a sound from Tiberium. We wanted to make sure that each of the sounds were homogeneous, like they all felt like they were part of the same family, and coming up with the right transition sounds and everything. It has been a lot of experimentation, but the thing that's great about it is it's sort of a great foundation to work with. Not only does the sound design kind of shift based on the environment that you're in, but the music's scored very differently for each of those different things. So when we get into the Nod territories, it brings in a lot of interesting ethnic instruments. It kind of has more mystical kind of feel like you would expect Nod to have, whereas GDI is much more straight ahead military kind of feel. And aliens are chaotic and ambiguous and strange and things that you just feel like you had never heard before.
And if you're still not clear on what Tiberium is exactly, that's okay. They're getting to it.
We want to start telling the reason and the being for Tiberium. It's basically show people why Tiberium's there and what it means in the future.
But perhaps you think it's too late to jump on the Tiberium train. Well, you'd be wrong. There's no time like the present.
It could be a fresh entry point. If you haven't played a game in the Tiberium universe before, this is a great opportunity to do it because we are introducing a new player character. If you're a fan of the franchise already, you'll be able to get in and kind of learn a deeper story.
So get ready for Tiberium, and don't forget to pick up your hazmat suit from the cleaner.
Introducing the all-new X-Play, weeknights at 8 on G4.